We've like a few days ago we had the final issue of Nick Spencer's Spider-Man run, concluding his run, but also leaving a lot of doors open along the way. So I'm just going to run through just like the whole reason, we finally get like the whole reason as to why Mephisto wanted their marriage. Other than it being, you know, a stupid order by, you know, Joe Quesada, the real devil of the Marvel Universe. So we're going to talk about that, and it officially got revealed. Well, it got leaked, but I didn't want to wait. I wanted to wait for a few days until like the official issue came out, and then I wanted to talk about it. And that's really what I'm going to talk about. I know there's some stuff with Kindred revealing that it wasn't Gwen Stacy like a lot of people thought of. It was the Stacy siblings that were supposedly sired by Norman Osborn and Gwen Stacy, but thankfully that's now retcon. That's a retcon I will accept. Like we've retconned out that that Norman and Gwen did not have sex. Like thankfully that didn't happen. We've retconned that out. I'm not a fan of retcons, but I will be fine with that. I will be fine with that. Now, if only we could get rid of the retcon that Dan Slott threw in Clone Conspiracy, where Gwen Stacy was awake and just allowed herself to die to spite Peter Parker when she found out that Peter was Spider-Man, and she when she was supposedly knocked out at the Brooklyn Bridge. We get rid of that retcon. I don't know why people are so obsessed with tarnishing Gwen Stacy in the main universe. Anyway, so we find out that Doctor Strange it's revealed by Mephisto to Doctor Strange that the reason why he wanted his marriage was because he reveals that one day Mephisto is going to take over the world. He's going to win at some point in the far future, and that Spider-Man is the only one who can stop him. And Doctor Strange was like, alright, that's stupid, but whatever, I'll accept that. But Mephisto only told a half-truth. He said that Spider-Man, a Spider, was going to beat him. He didn't say Spider-Man, he said, when really it was Spider-Girl. Yeah, Mayday Parker is the one who is destined to kill Mephisto, and that's why he took the marriage. Only took us, like, you know, it would have been nice to have that little intro in there. It feels like it's, like, 2 decades long, and I'm like, really? That's why that's the in-canon reason? Alright. I just thought it was because, you know, Joe Quesada, for some goddamn reason, really hated the idea of Spider-Man being married, even though that brings, like, a ton of, you know, depth and character to to MJ and Peter's relationship. You know, who else can Spider-Man go to after a long day of getting his ass kicked and feeling guilty about shit, and, you know, come home to someone he cares about that isn't I keep trying to say Gwen, that isn't his aunt, you know. So yeah, it's like, okay, but here's the thing. The other thing that does bother me is that they will never follow up on this. I know for a fact Marvel will not have the balls to follow up on having Mayday Parker in the Spider-Man comics. You want to know why? Because they'll never have the balls. They'll never have the balls to allow Peter Parker to grow up. They'll always have him be like. I guarantee you. Because here's the thing. We didn't really undo One More Day at the end of Nick Spencer's run like a lot of people thought we would. And even though, yes, Spider-Man and MJ look like they're going to be together for now, while Peter's healing and Ben Reilly takes over as Spider-Man, there's always a chance that Marvel will go, okay, break them up. Break them up again. Make them realize, oh, we just don't like each other. Let's go our separate ways. And that timeline, you know, Marvel timelines are so askew, that timeline can probably never happen. Because there's multiple futures in the Marvel Universe, and for some goddamn reason, they're all shitty. It's not like with DC, where it's like, every time, like, even the possible timelines in DC are like, they're dark, but like, there's always like, hope there. Like, there's always like, it's not all bad. Like, even, like, Dark Knight Returns, it's not all bad. Like, Red Sun Superman, not all bad. Even, even really uber dark timelines, there's even, like, oh, yeah, we're not It's not all bad. There's some good guys here. Whereas with Marvel, it's like, fuck you and your hope! So yeah, I know for a fact that they're just going to I guarantee you what's going to happen with the new writers is that the marching orders will be, do not let Spider-Man and MJ get... I will be shocked if Spider-Man and MJ get remarried. I guarantee you that what they'll probably do is have Peter pop the question again, and then MJ's gonna say no, and they're gonna split up, just like... They're gonna do, like, their own version of the wedding of, Batman and Catwoman. I promise you that's what's gonna happen. Like, I will be shocked if she says yes, but then, like, even when she says yes, I won't believe it. Like, what will probably happen is, for whatever goddamn reason, she'll, like, get cold feet, or, you know, Peter will be late to the wedding, you know, their second wedding, because he's fighting the Sinister Six or some shit. And then she's like, oh, why did I even bother getting married to you? And it's just like, I'm just going to be Spider-Man's wife again. Fuck you, Peter, even though we just had a whole, you know, story arc of us being together. Now I suddenly decide I don't want to be a wife to Spider-Man. I'm gonna go fuck Mysterio. I ad-libbed that part, but would you be shocked if they did do that? Yeah. Or or worse, they'll kill Mary Jane at the fucking wedding, and her last words are, I do, and dies. Because God forbid we have anything, you know, Peter has any happiness in his life. So, I'm not holding my breath on this, and yeah. It only pisses me off because it now feels like Nick Spencer was like, hey, you remember Mayday Parker? Well, in a possible timeline, she's around. Yeah, it literally feels like that. I don't have any faith in Marvel following this up. They're probably going to break them up again, and Spider-Man's going to have, like, 6 new love interests that are nowhere near interesting, and then they'll be like, hey, here's MJ again. Maybe they'll date again. Nope, nope. Fuck you, fans. Fuck you and your hope and your family and everything. We're going to take your fucking money, you piece of goddamn shit. I had a bad day at work, and it seems to be leaking off. It seems to be running off. Anyway. So, yeah. There you go. There's the long-awaited answer for why One More Day happened. Are you fulfilled? I don't feel it. Do you? No? Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this revelation of why One More Day happened? Do you find it fulfilling? Do you not? Do you think they're actually going to allow Spider-Man and Mary Jane to be together? Who the fuck knows? Comment, what do you think of May Parker possibly being the main timeline? I don't see that happening, because again, Marvel will just tell us to get fucked again. Anyway, yeah, just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this. If you haven't already, go check out my Patreon in the link below, and you guys can have it for the 4th tier. You guys can request videos for me to do here on YouTube. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.